right, we have Mike joining us now. Well, thank you for your patience. Yep. All right, we'll get started here. First question from Mike will be from Michael Phillips.
Hey, Mike. I would imagine this has been quite the process for you over the past couple months. What's it been like, and what have you learned about what life's going to be like at the next level?
Definitely a lot of traveling. I've been going to sleep in Portland and waking up in Atlanta the next day. So just a lot of traveling. Main thing, you just got to take care of your body and be prepared for these workouts.
All right, our next question is from Whitey Reed.
Whitey.
I guess you've worked out for so many teams. It sounds like about half the teams in the league. Have any of the individual workouts really kind of stood out to you for either how well you played in the workouts, or maybe just the people or coaches or whoever that you may have talked to or met for the first time?
I think for the most part they all went pretty well for me. I think that's why I think I took a lot of people by surprise, and I think I did well in the combine. I think I did well in all the workouts. Only one I can say I didn't go too well was my first one. That was with the Lakers. I think I was a lot nervous and just tried too hard to force shots and force plays. But besides that, all the workouts went well.
All right, next question, Ed Miller.
Hey, Mike. How you doing? It's Ed Miller down in Norfolk.
How you doing?
Good. What was the Las Vegas training experience like for you? What did you feel like you came away maybe doing better than when you went into that?
They had me, working out with a lot of perimeters, like Hollis Thompson, Deion Waiters, Malik Wayne, Stu Holloway. So, yeah, I worked out with the bigs probably like the first day, and after that, I guess they saw how well I could put the ball in the ground and I can shoot. So they just started working me out with the perimeters, and it was challenging because I'm used to being in that low post, that high post, and doing a lot of off the move dribbling drills and stuff like that was a challenge for me. But I think I got better towards the end of the week. But I enjoyed it.
All right, next question, Doug Dowdy.
Yeah, Mike. How important would it be for you to go in the first round, or does it really matter?
I think it matters. It matters and it doesn't. Of course, it matters that guaranteed contract, and it shows the respect you have from the team that takes you, that says you're up there with the top 30 players in the draft. But I'll just be grateful for my name to be called, whether it's first or second round. But of course, I do know. I think I know I deserve to be in the first round, but we'll see from there.
All right, we'll cycle back around. Michael, do you have another question?
I do. What are your plans for watching tomorrow night?
Thursday night,
I'm sorry, yeah, Thursday night. Whatever they're doing it.
I'll be back home in Chesapeake, Virginia, watching it with my family and close friends.
All right, Whitey, do you have another one?
Yeah. So I guess did you get to meet? And I know you're like a big LeBron fan and stuff. Did you get to meet any current NBA players or hang out with any of your maybe idols as a kid growing up on any of these NBA stops that you made?
Yeah, I met Larry Bird, met Mark Jackson, Avery Johnson. Most of the teams where you go to the workout at, most of their coaches are there, most of their GMs are there, the president. You see all the GMs, presidents, and coaches at the combine together. So yeah, I got to see a lot of Hall of Famers, a lot of current NBA players.
Was that a little nerve-wracking at first, looking over and seeing Larry Bird watching you?
Yeah, Larry Bird, and you have Danny Ainge on the other side. So yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking at the beginning, but I think I got through it pretty well.
All right, Ed, do you have another question?
Yeah, Mike, did you cross paths with Kylo Quinn or Kent Bazemore and the other guys maybe with ties to this area down here?
Yeah, me and Kyle, we went to OKC together. We went to the Minnesota mini combine together, and we were at the combine together in Chicago. And I think that was it for the most part. Yeah, that was the last time I seen him was in Chicago. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the beginning. Were you talking about O'Quinn or?
Kyle O'Quinn. I haven't
Kyle
seen
O'Quinn. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Berkey.
Right.
Doug, do you have another question?
Yeah, Mike, could you kind of give us an overview of the number of combines you went to, how many teams you worked out for individually, training sessions or whatever? I guess you could probably go on for a while, but can you sum it all up there? Where you've been?
Yeah, I went to 15 different teams, and I did Minnesota. I went to Minnesota for a mini combine. I was out there, and I did the NBA pre-draft combine. So I did 17 workouts.
That was in Chicago?
Yes, sir.
And what you Ed mentioned Las Vegas? What was that?
That was training before I even got on the NBA schedule yet. I was just out there for a week getting ready for these workouts.
If I might just follow up, unrelated. We heard early on that there were some questions about you being one of the older players available for the draft. Do you get a sense whether that's going to be any factor at all?
I don't think it is. Some teams based on potential, but I think I still have a lot more to improve. With my handling, ball handling, shooting off the move, and guarding perimeter. So, some teams may look at as if how much potential does he have.
Anyone else have an additional question? If so, just say your name before you ask it.
I got one, Steve. This is Whitey again, Mike. I was speaking to some NBA dude a couple days ago, and he seemed to believe that maybe it was a mistake not to go to the camp in Portsmouth. I guess the Portsmouth Invitational. What was really the reason you didn't want to participate in that camp?
I just think I didn't really need to. I think right now I've proven myself. And I think everyone else has seen that down in Minnesota and Chicago, those workouts. So I didn't think I needed to play in Portland.
Was that something your agency advised you on too?
Yeah.
And you're with CAA?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Hey, Mike. Mike, it's Norm Wood from the Daily Press. Sorry, man.
Sure.
Hey, you probably answered all the questions that you were going to get about your ankle with this past season and the numbers you put up. But did anybody ask or probe into the condition of your ankle, or did you feel that any of the workouts or any portion of the workouts that you had were geared to sort of testing it?
No, when I was at the last day of the combine, they have the evaluation where they check and see if your past injuries, current injuries, see with your durability with nagging injuries, and every NBA team poked and probed and stretched my ankle that day. They asked does it hurt, or I told them I played the whole year last year. I practiced every day, so my ankle hasn't bothered me.
Did they stress it out and test it and probe it so much that they hurt it at all, or was it fine?
It was fine. I took some X-rays. I had an MRI, so they looked at it thoroughly.
Did you go through the full interview process with all this stuff too, right? With these teams.
Yeah,
like,
I did.
Okay. Did you get any strange or bizarre off-the-wall questions from anybody?
Someone asked me what was the weirdest thing I've done. I said I don't know how to answer that. It sounds like what is weird to you? Like I don't know. So I didn't know how to answer that.
Did you come up with one, or did you just kind of let it go?
I really couldn't. I didn't know. What is weird? So.
We have time for 2 more questions. Does anyone else have any questions?
Mike, this is Art Giannato from the Washington Post. I just wonder, what are you, when you go into these interviews, what are you selling to these GM and these team personnel? How do you describe yourself as a player to them?
I just tell them the maturation process that I went through, how I was immature coming into college and how I matured over the time, how I bettered my body, changed my game, just show them my professionalism and just take from there. They for the most part, every team team already knows, your background. They just want to see, if you come in and be honest and be truthful and just be real with them.
You alluded a little bit to developing your perimeter skills a little more. How much do you see yourself maybe becoming more of a small forward in the NBA, and how much more room do you have to grow in terms of your perimeter skills, you think?
I think I have a lot more room to grow, especially defensively. Guarding someone smaller and quicker than me, that's something I need to continue to do. But I honestly think that my bread and butter is at the 4, and I can just do some 3 stuff, and I'll be a mismatch problem for either a guard or a big. So I'm just going to keep working on my perimeter skills. But I'm still a forward. That's what I think.
All right. One final question for Mike. Do we have one?
Yeah, I got a question about this weirdest thing you've done. None of your hairstyles.
I don't think that's weird.
What kind of hair are you going to sport for the draft?
Well, I've had short hair. I'm back to my short hair. That was just a one-time thing. Me and John Tell said we were going to do. I'll never do that again, ever.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Appreciate the time.